Hey, welcome. So today we're talking about an animal you probably have in your bathroom, a sponge. But what if I told you that simple little thing we use to wash up is actually part of an ancient and incredibly successful group of animals that have literally been shaping our world for millions of years? Yeah, there's way more to them than meets the eye.
So I want you to just keep this question in the back of your mind as we go. We usually think that success in the animal kingdom means being complex, right? Having a big brain or sharp claws or being super fast. But sponges just turn that whole idea on its head. They are the blueprint, the absolute baseline for what an animal is, and yet they are survivors on a truly epic scale.
Okay, so first things first. We gotta separate the thing you buy at the store from the living, breathing creature. We're about to deconstruct our whole idea of a sponge and meet the amazing animal that belongs to the phylum Porifera.
And that name right there, Porifera, it tells you almost the entire story. It literally means pore bearer. A sponge's whole life, how it eats, how it breathes, everything, is built around all the tiny pores covering its body. It's the perfect name for this deceptively simple animal.
Now, here's what's so wild about them. Yeah, they're multicellular, but they work at a cellular grade. Think of it like this. Instead of having complex organs like a heart or a liver, they're more like a community of specialized cells all working together, each with its own job. It's a totally different way to be an animal, and honestly, it's a key to their success. Because when you don't have complex organs, you don't need a lot of energy to survive.
So, if they don't have a stomach, or even a mouth, how in the world do they eat? Well, this is where that whole pore bearer thing really comes into play. A sponge's body is basically one of nature's most brilliant and efficient filtration systems.
It's this beautiful three-step process. First, water gets pulled in through thousands and thousands of tiny little pores called ostia. Then, inside, these special cells grab all the little food particles out of the water. And finally, all that clean, filtered water gets pushed out of one single large opening at the top called the osculum. They're literally living water pumps. And the real heroes of this whole operation are these little guys, the choanocytes, also called collar cells. See that tiny whip-like tail? Each one beats back and forth, and together they create the current that pulls all that water through the sponge. They are the engine and the fork, all rolled into one. They make the whole system go.
All right, so we know they don't have muscles, no bones, no organs. So how on earth do they hold their shape? Why don't they just collapse into a pile of goo on the ocean floor? The answer is in their incredibly unique and sometimes absolutely beautiful skeleton.
So a sponge's skeleton is usually made of one of two things. On one hand, you've got spongin. That's a soft, flexible protein. It's what gives a classic bath sponge that squishy feel. But a lot of sponges also have spicules. These are hard, microscopic little structures, sometimes sharp as needles. And get this, they're made of either chalk or, believe it or not, pure glass.
And this brilliant variation in their skeletons, soft protein, chalk, or glass, that's exactly how scientists classify them. This is the key to understanding the entire sponge family tree. This table lays it all out for us, right? You've got the calcarea, or chalk sponges, then the stunning hexactinellida, the glass sponges made of silica, and then the biggest group by far, Demospongiae, which is where our familiar bath sponges belong. It's just amazing that the difference between a squishy sponge and a delicate glass sculpture all comes down to this.
I mean, let's just take a second and look at the hexactinellida, the glass sponges. This is one of the most famous examples, Euplectella. It's also known as the Venus's flower basket. Its entire, incredibly intricate woven skeleton is made of silica, of glass. It is an absolutely breathtaking structure, and it's built by one of the simplest animals on the planet. So here's the big takeaway. They might be simple in how they're built, but sponges are anything but simple when it comes to their evolutionary success. These guys are ancient architects. They've been building reefs and filtering our oceans for over 500 million years.
And just look at this number. That's just the number of known species in one class, the Demospongia. That single group is more diverse than all the mammal species on Earth combined. It's just an incredible testament to how successful their simple, low-energy body plan really is.
And if that wasn't enough, they have a kind of superpower, regeneration. If you break many sponges apart, even down to individual cells, they can actually reform themselves. It's this incredible resilience, made possible by their super simple organization, that has no doubt helped them survive through one mass extinction after another.
And that brings us right back to where we started. Sponges are one of the very first branches on the animal family tree. They are a living, breathing blueprint for what it takes to be an animal. So the next time you see one, maybe you'll ask yourself, what can these simple, ancient survivors teach us about where we all came from, about our own origins,